Welcome to Ubisoft kills every single good IP they have ever. So this is Driver San Francisco. It's one of my favorite, actually it is my favorite driver game because it's very beautiful and I want that car, but it's been crashing too. I have no idea why this is the last driver game. For now, I don't know if there's gonna be a new driver series or a new driver game, but for now it's the last driver game, and I don't like that because I've been a fan of the driver series for a very long time, and I always enjoy this kind of actiony driving game, which no other game focus on the getaway part of driving as much as driver. So it's a big shame that this game is now dead, I suppose. This is the last ever driver game, and it doesn't even exist in the Ubisoft store anymore. It's not an alternative to GTA really, but it's a more lighthearted game series that also focuses on driving, and that's a reckless driver that also focuses on driving. GTA doesn't really have the same amount of quality you have to the driving. I mean, in this game you have the cars and it moves properly. So this game does have one of the best driving physics ever on any game, probably because it's a driver game. But the same people who made this Reflections, I think they also made Watch Dogs 2, and the driving in that is atrocious. It's so bad, like the cars don't move like you expect them to. In this game, they're weighty and they have like proper suspensions and stuff, and they do lose grip. You do have to focus on how much steering input you're giving, how much gas you give, how you work the handbrake. It's all part of the driving experience that Watch Dogs 2 seem to lack, although the same people who made this game also worked on the driving for that game, so I don't understand what went wrong. I mean, if you do that, look, the car drifts, and it's natural, and it feels like it's supposed to happen. That doesn't happen in Watch Dogs. This is one of the best arcadey style driving physics game I have ever played, and no other game handles like this. I'm very disappointed. I bought the Crew 2 the other way. I'm very disappointed by the handling physics because it just handles like shit. It doesn't handle like this. It doesn't handle like this proper fun, but also very weighty and semi-realistic driving. I'm just very disappointed by the new kind of driving styles that are appearing in all these new games, and they don't feel like cars. They feel like they're glued to the ground, and this doesn't feel like it's glued to the ground. Sure, if you don't have this game, and you have a way to get it or buy it, just try it, and you can feel the driving. You can feel the car. It's not just you turn and then the car moves. You feel the 4 tires on the ground, and that's a thing you don't get anymore. If I go into a heavier car like this Hummer over here, it feels heavy. It feels like I'm tipping over. It feels like I would have to make more effort to make the car move. If I go even heavier, it's like it's hard to turn, and everything, it feels so heavy. It's like inertia to this, which you don't get in fucking like Watch Dogs 2 or the Crew 2. This is still one of my favorite driving physics ever. Okay, enough ranting. Let's do something fun. So, right. Let's ignore that. Let's do something fun, like be a police and get into a car chase. Again, I love this. The fact that the car reacts to your movements. This is how driving is supposed to work, games. This is how you do driving. You have to actually control the car. It's not just, ooh, a turn here and the car turns here. You actually have to put in the effort to learn how to drive the car. And let me just do that so I can have fun instead of being a grumpy old person. I'm not on like magic wheels that can turn into the car. I actually have to figure out what the car in front of me is trying to do, and I have to work out a way to ram it while also driving as fast as I can. I do have to slow down. I do have to use the brakes. I do have to use the handbrake, and I do have to figure out what to do with the tires. It's not just a magic juice simulator. It's not like fucking The crew too. The driving feels so good. It's so refreshing to whatever the bullshit you have in modern games. I mean, even in GTA 5, one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time, the driving doesn't feel as good in GTA 5. The cars don't feel like they're moving properly. In GTA 5, if you lose control of a car, you lose control. But in this, you have a chance to recover by driving skills. Even in like GTA 5, if you lose control of a car, you lose control. There's no way to get the control back. You just spin out of control. No matter what input you do, the moment the game is like, you're losing control, you lost control. You kind of don't have the potential to make a film in these games look good. I mean, a film in this game, it looks very good because the physics are what you expect them to be. What you expect the car to do. Even if you're someone who doesn't know anything about cars, every single movement you do to the car is what you expect the car to react. Like, I'm doing this, the car is not spiraling out of control because the tires are straight and they're gripping to the ground. They're not like magically losing their grip. The tires are sticking firmly to the ground because I'm not making them lose grip. They're sticking firmly. And now the more I do it, the more they lose grip.
Like a cheetah in sneakers.
That's the level of detail I want in driving games, and I simply don't get that anymore. Why does not happen anymore? Is it because you're too busy at making money to focus on like having a good gaming experience? You get this amazing physics in a game that's released in 2011, and I just want this. I want this back. I'm now in an Aston Martin Signet, and there's actually driving differences in the cars. So this is a front-wheel drive car, and it's very nimble because it's front-wheel drive, and the rear wheels don't feel like they're gonna lose grip. They paid attention to every single car model in this game. I mean, that's an Impala. It's the same story here. And I shift to a rear-wheel drive car. It feels loose. And in games nowadays, you just see the wheels moving, but they don't actually contribute to the physics of the car. As a finale to the video, I shall be doing the hardest mission ever in the world, which is the intro mission of Driver 1, which is recreated in this game. But the difference is, you're doing it in first-person view. 2, 1, and go! So speed, and then brake! Okay, that counted, good. And then handbrake turn. Also going to do a slalom at the same time. That's Tanner's car. Oh god, it's very tight turns. Okay, now 360 spin. And then a lap. Come on. Turn. Okay. Turn. Is that lap? Yes. That's a personal best. This is the kind of physics we need in new games. It can't degrade. It mustn't degrade. If it degrades, what's the point of fucking progression?